Jacques Webster, better known by his stage name Travis Scott, is an American recording artist, music producer, and musician from Houston, Texas. In 2012, Scott signed a record deal with Epic Records. In November of the same year, Scott signed with Good Music, as an in-house producer, after appearing on the label's debut compilation album, Cruel Summer. In April 2013, it was announced he signed with T.I.'s Grand Hustle imprint. He released his first official full-length project, a mixtape titled Owl Pharaoh, on May 21, 2013. He then released his second mixtape Days Before Rodeo on August 18, 2014. His debut album Rodeo was released on September 4, 2015. Early life: Jacques Webster was born on April 30, 1992. He grew up in Missouri City, a suburban area outside Houston, and attended Elkins High School. Normally, Scott would stay with his grandmother, while his mother worked for the company Apple, and his father ran his own business. Scott attended the University of Texas at Austin as well as the University of Texas at San Antonio before dropping out. Musical career 2009 a Euro 12, career beginnings and record deals At the age of 16, Scott began to produce beats, and then made his first musical relationship with longtime friend, Chris Holloway, named The Graduates. In 2009, they released their first EP on MySpace. In 2010, he formed a duo with OG Chess, named The Classmates. In 2011, they released two full projects, the first one named Buddy Rich, and the second named Crew in USA, with Scott producing all of the songs. In 2011, after personal differences and financial disputes, OG Chess and Scott would break up. Scott moved to Los Angeles from Texas after dropping out of college. Scott, with help from his friend Mike Waxx, who owns the website Roots, started to record and release music. T.I. listened to one of Scott's songs titled Lights, which he released while staying in Los Angeles, and contacted Scott, asking him to come down to a studio. T.I. then freestyled a verse over for Scott's song Animal. 2012 a Euro 14, Owl Pharaoh and Days Before Rodeo Owl Pharaoh was supposed to be released for free in mid-2012. It was delayed, however, it was then slated for the 2012 release. After remaking the project with help from Kanye West, Mike Dean and others, it was again delayed for sample clearance issues. Shortly afterwards, Scott released his block A La Flame, which featured additional production from Mike Dean and Scott himself. On March 22, 2013, Scott released another single off his album titled Quintana, accompanied with a music video. The song features Whale and was produced by Scott, Zark Pace, Belure Sound, Chew Sound, and Mike Dean. On March 27, 2013, XXL magazine revealed that Scott was a member of XXL's freshman class of 2013. On March 29, 2013, in an interview with British DJ Semtex, Scott premiered a snippet of his next single, Upper Echelon, featuring 2 Chainz. On April 2, Scott stated Owl Pharaoh would be released on iTunes on May 21, 2013. On April 23 the song was sent to Urban Contemporary Radio. The EP would end up being released for free. Scott performed a supposedly new single from his studio debut album, which was tentatively named 1975, featuring Big Sean at the Texan Festival SXSW on March 13, 2014. Scott later confirmed via his Twitter account that the song wasn't called 1975, but it was the first single from his debut album. Then, again on his Twitter account, he confirmed the name of the album, entitled Rodeo. On May 5, 2014, Scott released the full version of the new single, now named Don't Play, featuring Big Sean and the band, the 1975, on his SoundCloud and Twitter accounts. Following the success of Days Before Rodeo, on Twitter Scott announced his headline tour, the Rodeo Tour, with Rich Gang rapper Young Thug and producer Metro Boomin. The tour started March 1, 2015 in Santa Ana, California and ended April 1, 2015 in Portland, Oregon. The tour ran through major cities like Denver, Houston, Chicago, Detroit, New York City, Atlanta, Philadelphia, San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Seattle. Second shows were added to some cities like Los Angeles and New York City after the first shows sold out too quickly. With most of these artists, such as Kanye West, Chris Brown, Whale and Birdman, have made special guest appearances in certain cities. With accounts of fans passing out and Travis motivating fans to go wild, Scott's rodeo tour has been acclaimed to be one of today's wildest rap tours. 2015, Rodeo . On January 27, 2015, he released 2 new tracks onto his SoundCloud account. Nothing But Net, featuring Young Thug and Party Next Door, and High Fashion, featuring Future, as well as announcing a spring U.S. tour with Young Thug and Metro Boomin as promotion for Rodeo, which was released on September 4. Travis had sold 70,000 albums in the first week. On September 26, Rodeo reached number 1 on the Rap Albums chart. On December 31, Travis released 2 new tracks on SoundCloud. Wonderful, featuring the Weeknd and A-Team. Wonderful got more than 3 million streams in first 3 days after release. Musical style. Spin magazine compared his 2013 mixtape Owl Pharaoh to that of Cudi's Man on the Moon 2, The Legend of Mr. Rager. Webster has stated that he is influenced by Kid Cudi, Kanye West, and T.I. Discography. Rodeo. References. External links: Travis Scott at AllMusic, Travis Scott discography at Discogs, Travis Scott discography at Music Brains, template, SODMG.